Hello everyone. Today I'm going to walk you through my Smartboard activity that I've created for a second grade classroom. The state standard that it addresses is geometry for second grade, and it asks the students to recognize and draw shapes having specified attributes such as a given number of angles or a given number of equal faces, identify triangles, quadrilaterals, pentagons, hexagons, and cubes. So that's what this Smartboard activity is going to go through. It's a variety of activities that I've created to help make sure that students can better learn them and sort of assess them on this standard. So we're going to go to our first activity. Our first activity says to click on a shape to reveal the proper name of it. So when you're working with your students in front of your class, you can either have them sit in a circle, remain in their desks. They can do really whatever you want them to do. You can run through the activities with them and you reading the instructions and you tapping on it and interacting, or you can have the students come up and interact themselves. So for the first activity, it says click on a shape to reveal the proper name of it. So you ask your class that, and then you would either yourself or your student would click on one after you ask yourself, what do you think this is? So we're looking at this shape right here. This five-sided shape is called a pentagon. So we're going to click it to reveal the proper name. Pentagon. This is a square or a quadrilateral. When you click on it, square, quadrilateral, and so on. This is a rectangle. Proper name. Look at that. And we've got a hexagon, and a triangle, and a cube. So that's kind of fun. Our second activity says to erase the column next to the number of sides to reveal what the name of the shape is. So in this column it says number of sides. There it says 3 sides. So we ask the class or a student to come up and erase to reveal what do we think the name of the shape is. That has 3 sides. And in this activity, we're going to use this eraser tool. So we're going to touch the eraser tool, make it large, and erase. What do you think it is? Hopefully, they'll say triangle. We erase, and the answer is revealed, triangle. Same for the rest. 4 sides, quadrilateral. 5 sides, pentagon. And 6 sides, hexagon. So that's fun for the students too. Then we'll click on the arrow again so we can click on other things if we have to. We don't need the eraser anymore. This next activity, the third activity, says to drag and match the shape to its correct number of angles. So this is where students or you are to drag the shape to where its correct angles are. So this shape we have here has 4. It's a square. We're going to drag it there. Then we're going to drag the rest of the ones with squares. What's neat about this activity is if it's wrong, it'll bounce back. So this only has 3 angles. It'll bounce back. 3 angles, triangle. This has 5. This has 6. Oops, this has 6. And this has 3, 4, 4, and 4. And we're all done. The next one says to drag whichever shapes are quadrilateral into the brown paper bag. So we have our brown paper bag here that says quadrilaterals. We want to drag only the shapes that are quadrilaterals or have 4 sides. So if I try to drag the heart, it'll bounce back. The triangle, which isn't a quadrilateral either, it'll bounce back. But here we drag the right thing, and there it dissolves in the bag. So we're dragging all of our quadrilaterals. If I do a wrong one, bounce back. So that's kind of cool because it teaches the students which is right and wrong, and it's in a fun way. The next activity says to correctly label each part of the house scene with the name of that shape. So here I've created this activity in which it makes it more realistic, so that's kind of cool. The house is what shape? A square, which is a quadrilateral. So we'll label it quadrilateral. The window is a square or also a quadrilateral. The top, three-sided object is a triangle. Here we've got also a square. Oops. And we are going to label it quadrilateral. Then, same thing, it'll bounce back if it's incorrect. So here we've got a six-sided object. I'm going to put triangle. Oh, there we go. Pentagon. Nope. Hexagon. So that's kind of cool. So that's what students will do to help them learn, and you can help address and assess whether they correctly know each shape. The next activity says, how many faces does each shape below have? Use the eraser tool to reveal the answer inside the box next to each shape. So this one has how many faces? We can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Let's see what the answer is using the eraser tool again. 7 faces. This one has one face. And we've got how many faces? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 6 faces. The eraser tool came in handy again. So then this activity says, draw the shape stated inside the dotted box. Then pull the corresponding colored pull tab on the side of the page to reveal what your drawing for that shape should have looked like. So here we have a square, and then we're going to use a drawing tool. It doesn't matter what color it is, but you just use the pen, and students or yourself can come up and draw what a square looks like. Let's see. I'm going to use my eraser tool really quick. Messed up a little bit. And then you can draw a square. And then another student can draw a triangle. A pentagon. Let's see how well I do a pentagon. And a hexagon. And then what you're going to do is you can go back to the arrow and then pull the corresponding color. So square has like an orange color. We'll pull the orange pull tab and see if my object looks like the color, or looks like it should. I think that looks pretty good. That looks like a triangle, a rough pentagon, but nonetheless, and a hexagon. So that's kind of cool that the students then can see what it should look like, but in other ways you can assess whether they know themselves without looking. Then this last activity says, drag whichever shapes are quadrilateral into the brown paper bag. It's similar to the other activity, but this time we're dealing with triangles, which are three-sided objects. So if I drag this quadrilateral, it'll bounce back again. So triangle, three-sided objects. So it'll bounce back. Three-sided, there it is. And I think we've got a couple more. So, and that is that. That's how we do these activities, and that is a way to assess students on whether they know their shapes and the corresponding attributes. Thanks for watching.